Okay, hello and welcome back to another episode of my F1 Road to Glory with McLaren. We're back at Austria today, 2 days running, one for my team, one for this. So, yeah, I can tell you now, turn 3, going to be the best chance to overtake. It was yesterday, and hopefully it will be today to give us a possible another win, because that corner is immensely good for overtaking. We're going to go to qualifying then. The forecast showed a possible chance of rain in this. So I set out for my main flyer lap about 5 minutes left of the session, when things were starting to get a little bit grey. I mean, you can see here the rain did start to fall. So we did have a really shocking qualifying. You see, we go to P19. It was an awful qualifying. Absolutely awful.
This is it then, race day in Spielberg for this year's Austrian Grand Prix. Not long to go before our drivers hurtle off the line and into the first turn, the Niki Lauda curve, as it was renamed in 2019 in memory of one of Formula One's most beloved figures. The Spielberg circuit then is situated 700 metres above sea level, with just 10 corners making up one of the shortest laps of the season. One time around here is a distance of 2.6 miles, with the best overtaking chances into turn 1 or the tight uphill turn 3. Anthony Davidson joins me once again in the commentary box, and it's fantastic to have you with us here today, but I'm curious, as a man with experience out on the track, how do you stop those pre-race nerves from becoming overwhelming when you're lining up on the grid?
But from the moment qualifying's over, you start to feel the adrenaline in your body build up and the buzz in your stomach as you anticipate the run down into turn 1. It's all a bit like going into battle, and the unknown situation makes you nervous. Those pre-race nerves are a good thing. The day you don't have them means that you don't care anymore. And of course, you have to make sure that all the procedures are second nature to you, so that they're not taking up too much of your capacity.
Off the back of a fantastic qualifying session, it's time to see how our starting grid looks for today's race. It's Carlos Sainz in pole position, and Lewis Hamilton completes the front row. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Leclerc, Bottas, Fernando Alonso and Verstappen, Perez, Ocon, Stroll and Nikita Mazepin, Vettel, Norris. They'll be starting further back after an earlier grid penalty. George Russell and Giovinazzi, Raikkonen, Tsunoda, Nicholas Latifi and Reed, Gasly and Mick Schumacher. And with lights out just moments away, it's time to go down to the track.
Now that we've got some points on the board, let's continue this form and aim for another top 10 finish.
Alright then, starting P18, so should be a lot of work to do. Now, luckily on this track, especially on these like 25% races, the cars bunch up a lot more because of DRS strains. So if we can just save our ERS and use it on DRS, we should be able to get past, you know, 1, maybe 2 people per lap. And if we can do that, we're still in with a good chance here. You think it's stupid, but I mean, look at Bottas in Monza, who got from P20 down to like P3, he made it on the podium, I think. So it's highly possible. We'll have to pick up some places at the start, but we should be able to, I'm saying we'll be able to get like 2 or 3 places into turn 1 from just that pure power alone. And then once we get into turn 1, we're looking at straights, getting slipstreams. If you play the strategy right, to maybe stay out an extra lap. And then we should be good. There is possible rain as well forecast towards the end. So, got to watch out for that. Without further ado, to 5 red lights. We are underway for the Austrian Grand Prix. We get a pretty decent start here then. Latifi to our left. We get a bit of a pull by Gasly then. Go for a dive down the inside of turn 1 up into P16. Getting pushed off the track there. A little bit of contact, I think, with Latifi, but that's not too much of an issue there. No damage for either of us. Latifi pulling up on the left-hand side. Just defending enough. We're going to go for a dive down the inside of turn 3. Past who? Past 3 cars. 3 cars in 1 turn. Bloody hell. That's what I'm saying. Turn 3, man. We're already up into P13. 5 places in 3 turns. Vettel ahead of us. We're going to go for a dive down the inside of Vettel into turn 4. Making that past. We're now behind our teammate already up into P12. Mazepin in P10. That's horrifying. But already up into P12. This is what I'm saying. It's a good track. It's such an easy overtaking opportunities for everyone. Now Norris is...
store is getting worn, reducing our overall capacity. The more charge you hold, the faster that capacity will drop.
Norris obviously getting around Mazepin pretty easily then. Our turn next. Should get him down this straight into turn 1, as you do. Past him then on his left, on our right, into turn 1. He goes for a little move possibly, but can't make it. Had to go wide a little bit to make sure we didn't get hit, but all good. Norris that's fastest lap.
DRS is being enabled this lap. We can use DRS when you are within 1 second of the car ahead and in the DRS zone.
Right, DRS then. Now bear in mind there's 3 DRS straights in a row with only 1 corner splitting each of them, so you know that's why these cars don't pull ahead. Dive down the inside into turn 3, move on Norris, purple sector 1, stroll ahead, DRS on him as well, so he should be able to get a push and we'll be able to stick behind him.
You've moved up into P10.
Into the points already though. Perez is only 1 point behind us, so we've got to make sure we can get up past Perez at least.
Okay, you're in the top 10.
Fastest lap there. Outside of Stroll into turn 1, going wide a little bit. Just actually on the curb. I think that's track limits here. Behind Ocon on lap 4, then on to lap 5. DRS on him. We're going to go into turn 1.
Teammate by 1.5 seconds.
Shut up, Jeff. Into turn 1. All happy. All good.
There's been an
DRS. Jeff! Shush your mouth, man. Round the outside of Ocon into turn 3. Alonso and Perez battling ahead. Jeff, shush. Perez and Alonso ahead. DRS going to be on both of them. They're both going to have DRS themselves. So all it's really going to give us a chance to do is catch up at the moment. But we're going to get right up in their business. Right up there. They're getting right up in each other's business as well. Right behind Alonso then. Purple sector 1. Red sector 2. Lap 5. Round the inside. Up into turn 9. Pit entrance just ahead. I don't think anyone's pitting just yet. Not just yet. Anyways, we're in P7. Perez ahead, our championship rival. Round the outside of turn 3. Can just about make it past. Almost not being able to. We also get DRS on him, which is perfect. To get that little lunge. Lap 6.
Approaching the pit window. You'll be on the mediums.
On to 7. Almost on our pit stop strategy then. DRS on Verstappen ahead of us. Bottas ahead as well. We're gonna have ourselves a looking down the inside of Verstappen. Can't make it past though. But we're gonna have this next straight. This is what I mean with this track is really good for overtaking. On this next straight, we're already gonna have another DRS zone and another overtaking opportunity. From sector 3 all the way through to sector 2. You pretty much have DRS until that last end bit. Round the outside of Verstappen then. Going for a dive down the inside, turn 3, past Bottas as well on the inside. Oh my god!
2 cars in one go. Great job. Really impressive.
That's immense. That is immense. Oh my. Leclerc pitting then, lap 8, on to 9. We're going to have to go wide a little bit just to make sure we didn't hit into him. Because I've lost the car before and hit into them. Hamilton also pitting.
We're boxing this lap.
Up into P2. Pitting now then. Sainz I'm assuming also going in. Yeah, he is. We're going to be right on his rear left. Round the outside onto that pit entrance. Managing to get past Sainz. Almost doing a Vettel if we could have gone through the pit lane. But we're going to be up into P1 for the pit stop. I'm estimating P6 or P7 by the time we come out. Pitting in then. And that's going to be a 2.7, so pretty shocking start. Or stop. But looking here, P6 it is. P6? P6. There we go. Okay, P7. We have Russell to our right, to Leclerc ahead of us. With Verstappen behind as well. 3 wide almost. All good though. Lewis Hamilton fastest lap. Everyone pitting. We're right behind Leclerc. Up in P3. Leclerc P2. Hamilton P1. DRS on him then. Going to go for a move round the outside of that Ferrari. Left hand side of him. Just sneaking on by. Purple sector 1. into turn 3. We're ahead up into P2. Very nicely done. Lap 11 then. We're going to have to just start gaining on Hamilton. We'll get there eventually, hopefully. Just from the clean air. From what it seems, we should be able to get past him, yeah. We'll get the slipstreams, but not the dirty air, so that should be perfect. Lap 12 then, we set fastest lap at a 1:04.432. Lap 13, you can see how dark the sky has gotten. He's definitely going to have a couple of drops before the end of this. Hopefully not too many. And we're also only 1.4 seconds behind now. Lap 16, and we're only 0.75. We're right on his tail. We're within DRS range. We've just been banging out good lap after good lap after good lap. Except from this one where we have a red sector 1. But we ignore that. I say good lap after good lap after good lap. It's been one good lap. But we've caught up. That's the important thing. 2 red sectors, but that's not an issue. We have DRS on Hamilton as we go down the straight
2 laps of fuel
onto lap 17. We're on the outside into turn 1. We go for a move. Wheel on the curb. Almost getting pushed off by Hamilton. He has to pull back a little bit there. That's secured us the lead. And lap 18, the rain is falling. Hamilton is behind. There will be no more DRS.
Showing a clear patch on its way. There's about 10 more minutes of this rain.
Jeff, there's no need for that. There is 32 seconds left of the race, if that. That was a rough estimate. There's no need to tell me that there's going to be 10 more minutes of rain. I don't care. I do not care. Anyways, lap 18, round turn 9, through turn 10. Just about keeping it on the track. Very low fuel. Hamilton is very close behind, 0.3 seconds.
Okay. Somebody want to tell me I'll stop this thing?
But we take P1. Just about.
Superb driving. That's the race win.
Whew. From P19 or P18 to P1. What a race it has been. We've had multiple overtakes in one go. And wow. Monster drive. Have that, Zach. Have that.
And a truly magnificent
You deserve
drive
it.
to hang on and take the win. Talk to me, Ants. What was it that set them apart from the competition today?
I think we'll chalk this one up to a deft touch on the brake pedal. That's allowed them to challenge down the inside into the braking zones, and ultimately, if you do that often enough, you end up winning the race. It was great to watch as well though, wasn't it? Forget strategy, forget tyre management. Who doesn't love a good old-fashioned scrap?
And look at that, they're making their way out onto the podium now. Great race from the McLaren team, and I'm really happy to see them there on the top step of the podium.
Well, there it is. P1. Norris in P9. We get the fastest lap as well. Oh. By the way, my AI is high. I'm going to show you at the end of the video. My AI is high. Don't complain. We're 14 points ahead of Max Verstappen then. He takes second place from his teammate Sergio Perez, who did not gain many points. He only gained 10, which is 16 less than me. So, yeah. We're going to hit advance then. I'm going to show you. There's no cuts. You can look in the top left. No cuts whatsoever. So I can't be faking it. The AI is high, alright? I'm telling you. Anyways, I'm going to quickly take this opportunity to say something. First off, thank you for the recent flow of subscribers and viewers and everything. If you do enjoy this content, feel free to subscribe. It helps me out, obviously. Helps me branch out a bit more. Also, I want to do a video on F1 2021 wish list, so let me know what you want in the comments. Anyways, there we go. AI 105. Have that. You can't complain now. So shush. I won't put it on 110 because I'll cry. Anyways, thank you for watching this one, and I hope to see you next time for the next episode. See ya.